Hello and happy holidays to all. In this, the last edition of the Brain Injury Insider for 2024, I'd like to discuss one of the most difficult issues faced by brain injury survivors and their families. That issue is medical insurance benefits and the ability to obtain care. In the year 2025, we need to ensure adequate insurance coverage following a brain injury is available to brain injury survivors with all types of brain injury. Together, we can create a movement to enact meaningful change and meaningful insurance coverage. Insurance carriers, in providing benefits following any brain injury, try to limit costs, impose severe restrictions on the services covered by their insurance plan, the number of days benefits will be available, and a cap on the cost of these benefits. They view brain injury and brain injury care as if it is one-size solution that fits all. They refuse to acknowledge brain injury care, treatment, recovery, and rehabilitation differs from care administered for a broken bone. As medical professionals often say, if you have seen one brain injury, you have seen one brain injury. Brain injury care must be individualized for the unique needs of the brain injury survivor. The pattern of recovery and the care and the extent of care required is different for each individual. Cost can never be the motivating factor in determining what care is appropriate and what care is required. 10 years ago, Texas legislators understood the unique care required for brain injury survivors and passed landmark legislation requiring health insurance carriers to cover long-term treatment for brain injury. Now Michigan legislators are considering similar legislation, and every state needs to enact meaningful legislative changes. So let's examine the Texas law. The Texas law requires that insurance plans include coverage for all forms of cognitive rehabilitation therapy. The plan must include coverage for post-acute transition services, community reintegration services, and outpatient day treatment services. The health and benefit plan may not include any annual or lifetime limitation on the number of days of acute care treatment or post-acute care treatment covered under the plan, if the care or treatment is medically necessary because it is related to an acquired brain injury. And finally, care determinations are to be made by the patient's doctor, not the insurance company. This type of law needs to be enacted in all 50 states to improve the lives of all brain injury survivors. So let's all work together for a better 2025 for brain injury survivors and their families, and work to see that this legislation gets enacted in all 50 states. Happy holidays and a happy new year to all. Thanks for joining me this week, and I look forward to meeting with you again next year on a new edition of the Brain Injury Insider.